Hey, if you do not have your materials, pause this video right now and grab your materials. So in today's mini lesson, we talked about how to interpret our remainder and what to do with our remainders when we have them. So we're going to be looking at a series of problems today and in your exit ticket that we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do with our remainder. So what we have here is there are 35 students going to the zoo. So there's students, that's who we're dealing with here. And each van can hold 6 students. So they're not taking a big bus, they're taking vans. And the question's asking how many vans are needed? So we're going to have to divide 35 divided by 6. So right now, what I want for you to do on your boards or on your paper, I want for you to divide out 35 divided by 6. So go ahead and pause this video, draw your 6 circles, and go ahead and divide. Go ahead and go. All right, so right now, what we should have gotten for our answer, if we're dividing this out, we should have gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So our dividend is 35, so we have to stop at 35. And when we look at our circles, we should have noticed that we had not the same number of tally marks in our circles. So we're going to go back and we're going to circle those extra tally marks that we didn't need. And those circled tally marks now represent our remainder. So right now, if we look at each circle, we see that we have 5 tally marks and we have 5 left over, or 5 remainders. So now we have to interpret, what does this 5, what does our quotient 5, our answer 5 represent? So we've been dividing out what? We've been dividing out students, right? And we're putting students into vans. We're trying to see how many vans we need. So right now, this problem is showing me that I right now have 5 vans and I have a remainder of 5. So that 5 remainder, what did we divide out? We didn't divide out vans, did we? No. We were dividing out students to see how many vans we needed. So that 5 represents the 5 students that are left over. These 5 students, they don't have a van to go into. Right now we have 5 vans full and 5 students without a van, because the vans hold 6 seats only. So what are we going to do with those students? Are we going to ignore those students and not let them come to the zoo? Does that sound fair? No. So we're not going to ignore the remainder and just say only 5 vans, please. Okay. Students are not fruit or ribbons or anything that we can chop up. So that's not an option to turn it into a fraction. So our only other option is that we need an extra van. So instead of saying that we need 5 vans, we need 6 total vans. All right, so our answer for that problem, how many vans do we need? We need 6 vans. Good job. All right, so our next example is it says Sue had 55 inches of ribbon. She wants to cut the ribbon into 6 equal pieces. How long will each piece be? So instead of drawing out circles for this one, I want for you to think 6 times what is close to 55 but not more than 55. Pause this video and go ahead and solve. All right, so you should have come up with 6 times 9 is as close to 55 as you can get. And 6 times 9 equals 54, right? So right now we're saying that every single piece is going to be a total of 9 inches long, right? So 9 inches long. But we got to see what our remainder is. Because right now it's 9 inches. With the remainder, we got to see the difference between what 6 times 9 is and the total number of inches that we have. So our difference of 55 minus 54 is 1. So we can't just say 9 inches remainder 1. What are we going to do with our extra remainder 1 inch? Well, we can either ignore it, but we spent money on our ribbon, so we want to divide it out equally, right? So let's not ignore it. What else could we do? We can't just poof, automatically we have more, so automatically we have 10 inches. No, that's not a thing. We can't do that. But what we can do is we can divide out the little bit of extra that we have. So what we talked about in our mini lesson when we're turning our remainder into a fraction is that our remainder, we have 9 inches, our remainder becomes our numerator, and our denominator is always going to be whatever our divisor is. So our denominator is 6. So our total here is 9 1/6 of an inch. All right, so make sure that you're paying attention to what your problem is talking about so that you know what to do with your remainder. Good luck.